tear out the old gasket. Got some new gaskets here. Before we put the gaskets on, just going to clean the surface here. You could tape off the intake ports, clean that surface, so a nice clean mating surface before I put this thing on. Tape off, make sure there's no residue from the tape. A bit of a brake cleaner. It doesn't look like it matters which way they go in. I mean, yeah, which way they go in, or up or down. Looks like they're exactly the same either way. You don't stretch them, put them in, press them in gently. Actually take them out and make sure they are put the end with the tab in first. So it lines up nice. Hold by a tab, slot on the intake where it goes in. This way you ensure that it's going to line up just perfect. It's always nice to clean, or it's actually imperative to clean the area around it so it doesn't get contaminated with debris and chance it leaking when you put it on a car. It'd be a very difficult problem to diagnose after the fact. Alrighty, this almost seems too easy. Okay, remember this correctly. Goes something like this through here. Snug up the other side just a little bit. There's an arrow on this tube here. This is where I'm assuming the edge of the spacer or the connector goes on. I think this should be on the other side. Yep, on your side. See, this is what happens when you don't think things through all the time. Oh, come on. You're kidding me, right? Oh, better now than when it's all tied up. I'll bolt it up. Just that's inside here. Easy peasy, right? Do it right the first time. See any torque specs for this. Intake. No intake here. So manifold maybe, manifold. Maintenance, manifold exhaust. Is that an intake manifold? This book is a little disappointing, I gotta say. What else do you call this? Intake manifold? Manifold intake? What's another name for it? Is it fuel injection perhaps? This means we're gonna go by this little bit of feeling. Not too tight. But not too loose either. Okay, let's put the other side on, which would be, this is the left side, which is the driver's side. Let's not forget the vacuum line. Put some tape over the injector holes because all these reasons. I would hate for anything to drop in there. Now this mass airflow sensor plug fits beautifully. Done. They're not tight, just going to snug them up. This over here just give me a little reminder. I'm sure there is a torque spec somewhere. Let's check out the bike and parts book. Let's see. Intake. Oh, call the wrist torque spec. Snug. 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 And snug. Okay. I'd say intake manifold is installed. Picture is worth 1,000 words. This concludes the intake manifold and the fuel rails. I think it looks pretty good. Everything's plugged in. Spark plug, coils, oxygen sensor, fuel injectors, some kind of sensor here, temperature sensor, the vario cam, all the wiring harnesses are where it's supposed to be. Oxygen sensor, so a sensor here for the flywheel. Intake, here's the oil fill neck. Tighten all the screws on the intake here. I replace the O-rings on the oil cooler. This is the reverse switch on the transmission. Oxygen sensor is plugged in. The wiring harness comes out here nicely. Plugs in here. And it runs on top of the fuel rail here. On the gets clipped in here. This is the air box, intake air box. Fuel injectors, coils, oxygen sensor, temperature sensor, cam, the ground. The ground was missing here. This is the fuel line here. This vacuum line. This vacuum line goes somewhere. Okay, well, getting close. Getting close. Getting close. So we'll walk around. Next, motor mount. I'm going to change the thermostat gasket. That's next. The reason I'm changing it because the one that came with the brand new thermostat had a little kink in it, so just to make things easier, I'm gonna order a new one, which was only a few bucks. After that, we flywheel and clutch, changing some bolts behind there, and then it's gonna be ready for installation. This is when I hope it runs. When I installed this thermostat, brand new by the way, a brand new gasket came with it, had a little bit of a kink in it. It's too easy to get to it now. I'm going to just, for the sake of a couple of bucks, just to make me feel better when I sleep at night, I'm going to just replace it because it's easy now. won't be too easy when the engine's in the car and it leaks. Which it probably wouldn't, but you know what? Great design, Porsche. Oh. For any kind of debris, and there is a zip, nada. Well, it looks like this gasket has the two top holes are perfectly round and two bottom holes have what looks like some debris that allows you to put the bolt through here, kind of keep it in place while you are installing it. See here, I'm just going to thread that in there. So now it's in place, right? It's not going to slip. Is it meant for that? I don't know, but it sure looks like it. Put the thermostat in place, right? And it fell off, look at that. Let's try that again. Okay, thread. One bolt. And second bolt. I'm going to put the thermostat in place, and there we go. That's more like it. Finger tight. Yeah, that is a bolt. Up there is, yeah. There you go. It's going to be upside down, inside out, and no problem getting leverage on that. I'm going to torque this with my wrist torque wrench. There we go. Okay, thermostat is installed for the second time. Install the original mount. All the bolts before you tighten any of them. Meaning don't tighten one and then the other one's loose. Just snug them all up. Nice and easy. Just like this. Or like this. There's a wrench for this one. This is torque spec for that. Okay, 46 Newton meters. Use the newest torque wrench here. There we go. Okay, check. Engine mount installed. We're just flying along here. We're driving car later on this afternoon.